The title says it all, fellas. This is a rebuild, but I can only sign one player per letter. This is a reality where Messi and McNeil can't play together. But I actually don't know who we're going to be playing with. I'm leaving that up to the wheel. I have put one team in per letter. And yes, you may see right here, Exeter City are going to be controlling for X. There are no teams in the game that start with X. And they basically sound like it, Exeter City. And the wheel is also going to decide what league we go to. So for example, we have Exeter City here. Exeter City could end up playing in the Championship, the A-League, the Premier League, the MLS, anywhere. Who's it going to be? I've got a wide range. I've got some superstar teams. I've got some really small teams, but is it going to be Boca Juniors? It is going to be Argentina's Boca Juniors. And they will not be staying in Argentina because the Argentinian league is not on the wheel. They will be heading to Belgium. Boca Juniors heading to the Jupiler Pro League in Belgium. All right, we're going to replace them with the lowest rated team in Belgium, Molenbeek. So Molenbeek head to Argentina, but then Boca Juniors are now playing in Belgium, and we need to make them European champions. So here is the default starting 11 we do have at Boca Juniors. We've already got someone in here with the letter Z. That is quite funny. But yeah, we're gonna have to go through and make it so there are only players A to Z. Like, we've already got so many players whose last names start with a B. Gonna have to clean out there. This is gonna be such a tough challenge. We got 3 players with Z's. That is actually hilarious. I'll probably keep Ceballos, to be honest. Both these guys are studs. We've got a V in there. Okay, interesting. Do we have a Q? I don't think we have a Q. I don't even know if there is a player in the world that has the last name starting with Q. Oh, I'm a dumbass. There are so many players starting with Q. All right, let's get to selling. And with our first signing at Boca Juniors, we can take P off the table as Ricardo Pepi is going to be joining us from PSV. Pepi from PSV comes to Boca Juniors in the Belgian League for £6.9 million. But let the clean out begin of the letters where we have more than one player. First man out is Norberto Briasco, £1.75 million. But just because we sell Briasco, that does not open up the letter B. There are still, I think, 4 or 5 players with that letter. We need to sell all but one. I mean, we could sell all the players on a certain letter. That would open it back up. But for now, I'm just trying to clean it out so we have one player in each letter. Helps my brain out. One less player with the last name M, Merentiel, heading to Luton Town for 9.5 mil. And we can officially tick off the letter K. We get ourselves a left back, getting some good foundational players that are also open spots. I'm trying to make everything work here. Milos Kerkez joining us from Bournemouth. One player that might occupy the letter M, at least for the first few seasons, if not the entire video, is Christian Medina. I am blocking offers for him. Not blocking offers though for Nicolas Figal, who heads to Real Sociedad. Juan Ramirez heads to Leicester City. We have got a lot of players whose last names start with R, including Sergio Romero. It was so tough to decide whether we keep him or Marcos Rojo, but ultimately I'm going for Rojo. But with him being 33 years of old, that may be a letter that opens up sooner rather than later. Guillermo Fernandez heads to Torino for 4 mil. And the young goalkeeper, Leandro Bray, staying in the Belgian league. That took me a moment to realize. This may be the only video in the history of YouTube where a YouTuber has put an Argentinian side in the Belgian league. You just don't get this type of content anywhere else but the Jarrad HD channel, lads. Our third signing of the window, though, is going to be for a new goalkeeper. It is Mads Hermansen. Hermansen with an H, swapping the blue and gold of Leicester for the blue and gold of Boca Juniors. Tick off H. But now we need to speed run the departures. I would love if we were eligible by the end of this opening window. Another one clears up here, although this guy, he's our only S player. I'm actually loaning him out. We'll probably look to sell him on, but right now there's no real rush to get the letter S sorted. We've got one player there. Why not get more growth for him and then sell him on for more down the line? But your man Campazano heading to Mallorca, and Frank Fabra heading to Sassuolo, Dario Benedetto heading to Valencia, and to help with the formation that I'm going for, I'm going to officially move Christian Medina to an attacking midfielder. For the first time in this video though, we are going to open up a letter. The letter J is now officially open. Lucas Janssen heading to Alaves for £5.2 million. Getting closer and closer to having just one B player, Laturo Blanco heading to Watford. But that is the opening window in the books. The starting 11 looking very consistent across the board. I'm really happy with the foundations we have at Boca Juniors. Not that I've had to sign too many players, but I'm happy with how many we've sold. Only 4 players away from having a fully eligible side. Although, to be fair, we have got so many players that are off on loan, so we're probably going to have to start from square one again next season when they come back. It's a blessing because it's going to let us get more money, but it's going to take at least 2 seasons for us to be fully eligible. But we will be heading into the January window with £36 million, so we can make a big splash. Let's just see where we're sitting domestically in Belgium. This is an absolute logjam to start the season. 1st of January, we're sitting 5th in the Belgian Pro League with Boca Juniors, but we are just 3 points off first place. We could realistically, very realistically, be playing Champions League football next year. And of course, the goal of the video is to win a Champions League title. If we qualify for the Champions League next year, I'm going to have to go on overdrive to make sure we're eligible. All right, I'm opening up the letter A. The letter A is officially eligible. Wait, what the hell? We just got an offer. It just showed me the cutscene of him leaving, and now it says he rejected Galatasaray. I've accepted so many offers for Luis Advincula, and he just keeps rejecting them. We got blue balled there by the cutscene. The letter A is not open. But we're here, it's deadline day, and I'll be damned if I let the failures of sales let us not get any signings. I don't want this money going to waste. We're gonna use up the letter I. It is for Hiroki Ito, who is going to join us from Stuttgart. And on the same day, we close off the letter D. It is Dodo joining us at the right back position. Going to have a lot of players to clear off next year, but currently at the end of this transfer window, E, N, Q, U, X, and Y are all available. Any player? Yeah, there's oh my god, again, a few players there with the letter X as the last name, although most have in their first name. So yeah, there's 5 players in the game who we could go for at the letter X. So maybe someone like a Granit Xhaka as a backup at some point. So we finished the regular season 3rd in the Belgian Pro League with Boca Juniors, which is incredible, just 3 points off the title. But in the playoffs, we end up winning the Belgian Championship in our first year here with Boca Juniors. We go on a run, finishing 3 points ahead of Royal Antwerp, and I believe that guarantees us Champions League football in Season 2. So I'm going to be going absolutely berserk in this opening transfer window in Season 2 to make sure we're eligible. The chances of us actually winning the Champions League next season are incredibly slim, but I don't want to close the door on a Cinderella run. Royal Union St. Galois have won the Croquis Cup. We actually made it to the semi-finals there where we lost on away goals rule. I have not seen away goals for a long time. Barcelona win the Champions League final. Bayern Munich win an all-German Europa League final. And Atalanta take down Aston Villa to win the Conference League. Ricardo Pepi. Oh my god. P for Pepe? More like P for phenomenal. 34 goals for the Yank. Edinson Cavani. I might have to say goodbye to him next season and get the letter C opened up. He goes down to a 72 overall, but he does get himself 16 goals and 25 goal contributions here for Luca Langoni. You'll love to see it. But Javier Garcia will be retiring. He has the tracksuit pants on. You can't fully see them, but we'll have to see with players coming back. But that might open up the letter G for us. But yeah, a lot of players that we're going to have to clean out next year, and some letters that might close up. Regardless, I am very happy with our start to life here at Boca Juniors in this A to Z challenge. Bring on Season 2. So we're here at the start of Season 2, and I think the game is kind of glitched out. Every player that was off on loan last year, except for this guy here that we sent to LAFC, all the guys that started off on loan have no longer shown up in the squad, yet they're all showing up now on the free agents list. So that's a little frustrating. We could have got some nice money for some of these guys, but it makes our job a lot easier. So now in a lot of areas, we have only got 1 player per name. We've got 2 L's, 2 M's, 2 S's, and 2 Z's. 2 Z's. Besides that, we are chilling and ready to go. But to kick off the season, our first signing is going to be for the letter E. We have signed Hugo Ekitike, the French striker, joining us from Eintracht Frankfurt for £15 million. Time to say goodbye though to Marcelo Saracchi, who heads to Stade Brestois for 2.9 mil. We finally got rid of him though, fellas. He's getting ready to retire, but he's gonna retire elsewhere. The letter A is now open. Oh, this would cause some controversy. Luis Advincula heading to the rivals of Boca Juniors, River Plate. But A is now open, and Christian Lema heading to Genk for £770,000. Squad depth is absolutely kicking our ass right now. The most players we can have in this video is 26, one for every letter of the alphabet, but Nicolas Qualiata is going to join us as a backup attacking midfielder, clearing off one of the more, like, it's a letter we're not going to get any superstars from. It's the letter Q. And we've got X here, fellas. I said we're going to do Granit Xhaka, but this made more sense. Go for a young fella for cheaper. It is Matteo Zantipe joining us from Grenoble. Letter X, backup left back. It had to be done. I was going to try signing somebody with the last name Y, but there are only 2 players we can go for, and they're both relatively decent, not backup players, Lenny Yoro and Wassim Ben Yedder. The rest of the players that have Y in their name start there. Oh, we got Jarrad, but he's also a decent player, so we might have to save Y for a literal first team player. Just one player away from being eligible. Kevin Zenon heading to Sassuolo. So that means we just have to get rid of Gary Medel and our squad will officially be eligible. In the meantime, I'm getting us a new goalkeeper. It is Warlison. We were pretty limited with goalkeepers we could go for. We only had one in the entire club in Hermansen, so W is no longer available. The Brazilian goalkeeper takes that. And honestly, we're not getting any offers for him because he's retiring at the end of the year. I can't even release him. Oh my God. And our next best M player is Christian Medina. So we're not going to be eligible for a Champions League this year. We're not going to win the Champions League anyway, but technically, even if we did win the Champions League, it would not count. We would have to go over again. One more signing though for this window. We're going to use up the letter J. Leo Jabba is going to join us as a backup left winger. £3.3 million to sign him from Estrella Amadora. So we're in a good spot, fellas. The starting 11 is humming along here. I'm going to be hoping for back-to-back league titles. But I'm excited to see what we can do in the Champions League. I don't want to get to the position though where we make a Champions League final and I have to release Medina to keep Gary Medel. I know he's a legend of Chilean football, but right now he is being a massive pain in the ass. It'll be good for us to get some Champions League experience nonetheless. We've got a really, really tough group. Liverpool, Leverkusen, and FC Porto. Yeah, we're not getting out of this group, let alone winning the Champions League this year, surely. I'd be surprised if we got a win or 2 in this group. Pardon? Pardon me? I'd be surprised if we got a win or 2 in this group. We came second in the group and were 1 point off topping it. Holy shit. We are into the round of 16 here with Boca, the Boca Juniors. We finish ahead of Leverkusen. Porto shit the bed. And in the round of 16, we've got Atletico Madrid. All right. Humming along at the top of the Belgian Pro League as well. I knew that we were going to get to the top relatively quickly of the Pro League, but I did not expect us to be dominating this much, this quickly. I'm still overwhelmed and shocked that we're into the round of 16 of the Champions League. Gary, why can't I release your ass, man? I can take you off the transfer list, but I can't release you. The games don't even mean anything now. So we're just going to get straight into our work here in the Champions League knockout rounds. Atletico Madrid coming all the way to Argentina, to La Bombonera, one of the most famous stadiums in the world, and a top stadium on my bucket list personally. But here we go. Can we get ourselves a result against Atletico? We get a 2-2 draw. Leo Jabber off the bench. Langoni, that is not a bad result. I am surprised we're even still in the fight here. What just go all the way here when I don't necessarily care about how we go? It's a season where I don't want us to win the Champions League because it won't be eligible. And then I know we'll be eligible next year and we probably will get grouped and probably not even make the Champions League. But Here we go, away in Madrid, and we beat them 3-1. I just need to be nonchalant in every video from here on in. 5-3 on aggregate against Atletico Madrid. We were in a group with Liverpool, Leverkusen, Porto. We get out of the group, and now we go ahead and eliminate Atletico Madrid. What is going on? Damn you, Gary Medel! Surely this is where it all comes crashing down. We've got Barcelona in the quarterfinals. Surely we can't get past another Spanish juggernaut. Just like Madrid, we start the first leg at La Bombonera, heading to Buenos Aires. Boca Juniors against Barcelona, 2-0. Are you fucking kidding me? Ricardo Pepi scores a brace against Barcelona. We're going to be heading to a champ. Oh my God. All right, some of the lads are knackered. I'm not like, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to throw the results here. That's just the way it's turned out with fixture congestion. Normally I would sit players, but right now I do not care. We're 2-0 up against Barcelona at the Camp Nou, and it's a 1-1 draw. We're heading to a Champions League semi-final with Boca Juniors in a season where I do not care. Oh my, normally I would be ecstatic about this. Gary Medel is killing us. Bayern Munich, semi-finals. Oh my God, man. Oh my God. Becoming almost comedic at this point. We've got Bayern Munich, first leg at La Bombonera. We'll just go and win this like 4-0. We lose it 1-0. We're still alive though. Imagine. Oh my, all right. Big second leg coming up here in Munich. Again, I do not care. It's been an incredible run. It may come to an end here though. 1-0 behind against Bayern Munich. And we get absolutely thumped 5-1 here from Bayern Munich in the second leg. I still cannot believe that we made it to the semi-finals. Watch us go and not even win the Belgian Pro League now. Oh dear. All right, we have finished third in the regular season. Are we going to win the league in the playoffs like last year? Or are we going to have to go through the playoffs or like to get to the Champions League or the Europa League? We have turned it on. Oh my God. All right, we have turned it on in the playoffs and we end up finishing top of the Belgian Pro League again. 58 points. We are heading back to the Champions League next year. Club Brugge win the Croquis Cup. Bayern Munich end up winning the Champions League final. Benfica, their European curse is broken as they beat Braga. And Atalanta, more European silverware for them. Ricardo Pepi again has gone absolutely off. 81 overall, 29 goals, 32 goal contributions for Luca Langoni. Double L, but this guy only gets W's. We will be clearing up the letters R and C this year though, as Edinson Cavani and Marcos Rojo will be leaving the club. Rojo, I'm letting walk. Cavani, he is retiring. And we will only have one player with the letter M, Gary Medel. You absolutely had us by the balls this season, man, but I wish you the best in retirement. So with Gary Medel leaving, we are officially eligible here as we start up season number 3 with Boca. I'm hoping we can go on another run like last season, but a big issue right now is we have 0 reserves now. I want to sign big name players, I want to sign additions, but I might struggle. I want to sell players, but we're in a tough situation this year. We're going to come out here and sign a man, though, that has a uncommon last name letter. It is Yoro, Lenny Yoro, the Manchester United player, is going to join us from Juventus in this simulation for £32 million, ticking off wide. But if we can get superstar players and first team players at the unique letters, that is the dream, because then we have more opportunity to sign players with the big, more common last name letters. And D is officially open once again. Dodo heading to Marseille. £22 million in here for the Brazilian. I want to put that towards a big name right back. Dodo is solid, but we need the letter D more often, and we need the money. No more D, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I say when I go celibate. But we are going to bring the American defender, Serginho Dest, to Boca Juniors, 82 rated at the age of 24. He's a left back in game, but we can very easily convert him to right back. Had to pay a bit of a premium, but it's going to be worth it. 37 mil. And we'll close up the letter U. It is Dennis Undav, the German striker, coming across here from Brighton on a cut price deal. I mean, he's overall is almost good enough to get into the starting 11, so that's a great spot to be with our backup striker. So we're in a pretty good position. The lads are absolutely growing. We got blessed signing on with Boca that they had kind of the midfield core of players and they all had different last names that started with different letters. But the players we've brought in ourselves are starting to do quite decent. Another big year hopefully for Pepe, and our bench is coming along decently. This was the part that I was the most nervous about having to manage. So far, so good. Once again, we find ourselves matched up with Liverpool, but I think we can get past Galatasaray and Dinamo Zagreb. Last year, I didn't think we could get past Porto or Leverkusen, but I think we're the second best team in this group. Hopefully I'm not wrong. I'm probably just going to jinx myself and we'll probably never get out of the group again. This team continues to surprise me. We are top of Group C here. Once again, ourselves and Liverpool are the teams progressing out of the group, but we switched positions on last year. I ain't mad about that. Are we going to have Atletico Madrid again? No, we have got Napoli in the round of 16. They're a tough opponent though. They are always tough. Liverpool got Bayern Munich though, so it was going to always be a difficult situation. Absolutely humming along though in the Belgian Pro League. So far, so good again. But we have got no money or letters really to use to our advantage, so I'm just going to get right into the Champions League knockout rounds and see if lightning can strike twice. Last year I had zero, I wasn't nervous heading into games. Now I'm actually really riding the results here. Napoli, first leg, it's a 2-2 draw. Blondell off the bench. The right back comes on and gets us an equalizer. And we are all tied up as we head back to Buenos Aires. Come on, fellas. Let's get it done. Let's get ourselves back to the quarterfinals. We're at home and we go out. I told you guys. We have absolutely shat the bed there. Kvaratskhelia and Osherman are going to bag the goals. We go out in the round of 16 here with a better Boca Juniors side than we had last year after making the semi-finals last year. I'm not surprised. I am not surprised. First in the regular season, just 2 losses, 18 points clear in Belgium. Winning the league has to be almost an expectation at this point. It has to be automatic. Let's see if we continue it in the playoffs, which we do. 0 losses in the playoffs, a load of draws, but we have won another Belgian league title and we're heading back to the Champions League in Season 4. Yet to even make the final of the Belgian Domestic Cup, the Croquis Cup, we always stink it up in this tournament. Man United go on to win the Champions League over PSG. Wolfsburg win the Europa, and it is Lazio winning the Conference League. Luca Langoni has gone off this year. 89 overall, 46 goal contributions. He genuinely could be in the Ballon d'Or conversation. Ricardo Pepi again, 34 goals for him. This team is absolutely insane. Undav off the bench. Well, it looks like through the simulation, he got more game time than Ekatike, which is not a great thing, but at least we're still getting results. But we are going to have nobody leaving the club on free transfers or retirement this year, which is nice. We got rid of that mostly older core from the Boca Juniors side nice and early. Gonna have to make some big moves next year though in Season 4 because I do not want to go out in the Champions League again in the fashion we did. We should be thinking about contending next year. My goal to start this season is to open up 2 letters from the jump. The first one, which is now available, is S. Jarbs Sapalagui is heading to Charleroi, but the main one I wanted open was V. V for Nicholas Valentini. He has been sold for 23, just shy of 24 mil to Villarreal. Immediately though, V is off the board. Mickey van de Ven is going to be joining us from Lille. 49.2 million pounds. I believe that is a club record transfer fee, but Mickey van de Ven is going to give us a huge boost to the defense. And I think getting the V option available was the smartest move. Take A off the list, ladies and gentlemen. Tyler Adams, the American, makes the move from Hoffenheim. 15 million pounds, a backup defensive midfielder. That is awesome cover. And I mean, I like the Leeds kit because it matches up with Boca Juniors badge. I'm a fan of that. And I'm hoping we never have to use this guy, but he's going to be a backup to Ceballos at the right midfield role. Yezaran Raksai is joining us on a cut price deal from Crystal Palace. That, of course, eliminates the letter R. But to be fair, we had both R and S available, so we could just tick both of them off. Season number 4, this is the side we now have. This is a crazy good side. Just need a little more growth from Yoro, Serginho Dest, Ekitike, but the majority of the starting 11 is looking absolutely unbelievable. This alphabet rebuild, it's coming along better than I expected. We've got a really strong bench. I'm keeping Ito on there. I can't imagine many players where having the letter I available is going to be too strong, so may as well keep him there. But yeah, we've got cover in just about every position. I'm excited for the year ahead. In a group here with Leipzig, Braga, and Galatasaray, we desperately need to get back to the knockout rounds and get ourselves back deep into the competition. Round of 16 last year was just not good enough. No real surprise though, we are into the knockout rounds alongside RB Leipzig. I'm very happy with that. But of course, we just couldn't have a year where we don't get Liverpool. We missed Liverpool in the group stages, but the game wanted us to have a matchup with them. Round of 16 in the Champions League, we have got the Reds again. We're going to have to be on top of our game if we want to progress. Death, Taxes, and Boca Juniors absolutely fisting the Belgian Pro League. 16 points clear. Genk, though, 10 draws is brutal. Here goes nothing, fellas. First leg away at Anfield. Round of 16 exit in Season 3. I want the lads to start drinking whatever we were drinking in Season 2 because we made it to the semi-finals. I want to get back there and beyond. First leg at Anfield is a 3-0 win. Oh my God, we have sculled whatever we were drinking in Season 2. It would take an almighty drop off for us to lose to Liverpool here. And not only lose badly enough that we get taken out of the Champions League. We don't. We do the complete opposite. We add to Liverpool's torment. 5-0 on aggregate against Liverpool is not what I expected. No let up though. PSG in the quarterfinals. They don't have Mbappe anymore, which is nice. But we have got PSG in the Champions League quarters. All right, first leg is going to be at home at La Bombonera. Hugo Ekitike against what I believe is his former side. We need a big first leg though. If we could get another 3-0 win, that would be fine by me. We get a 1-1 draw. Hugo could have given us the lead to head back to Paris with. Instead, it is all tied up. You know what, fellas? I don't think Hugo's got that dog in him. I'm dropping Hugo Ekitike to the bench, and I'm giving Dennis Undav an opportunity. Prove to me, Dennis. Prove to me that this is your spot and that you've got that dog in ya, and you will start every game for the rest of the season. We have that. Oh, okay. Undav scores the goal. Pepe scores a goal. We end up going extra time. Hugo might actually have that dog in him. Hugo Ekitike might have that dog in him. He comes in and scores in extra time. And we are heading to the Champions League semi-finals for the second time in this rebuild. Oh my God. Newcastle United currently has a 3-3 semi-final scoreline with Barcelona, but we have got Real Madrid. It's the semi-finals, so you expect it to be tough. But we've gone from Liverpool to PSG to Real Madrid. That is cooked. All right. Real Madrid, we're at La Bombonera at home for the first leg here. Ekitike back into the starting 11. Prove to me I made the right call. It's a 2-2 draw. It is not Ekitike getting a goal. I didn't even clock. I know I commented before that Mbappe wasn't on PSG, but it didn't even register that he was at Real Madrid. Raksai, the man we signed from Palace, gets us the equalizer though. And we're heading to Madrid, trying to get ourselves into a final. All right, Dennis, welcome back, mate. Welcome back to the starting 11. God, these players probably hate me by now. This, though, is for a spot in a Champions League final, which we do. Oh, Hugo. Hugo likes it when his back's against the wall. Jude Bellingham is going to get Real Madrid the lead, but then we go ahead, Ceballos into Pepe, into Ekitike. 3-1 winners over Madrid, and we're facing either Barcelona or Newcastle in a Champions League final. And the answer is that we're versing Newcastle United. What was the score in there? They ended up beating Barcelona 2-1 in the second leg. So it is Boca Juniors versus Newcastle United in the 27 Champions League final. This is a sight none of us ever expected to see. AS Monaco have won the Europa League and Tottenham win the Conference League. We finished the regular season 21 points clear with just one loss in the regular season, and we go undefeated in the championship round. We could have gone and won ourselves an invincible season. That is ridiculous. And finally, we have won the Croquis Cup. We have won the Belgian Cup. So if we win the Champions League today, then we will do the Belgian treble. Ricardo Pepi gets 42 goals and 8 assists. Langoni gets 48 goal contributions. 48 goal contributions, 50 goal contributions. This team is ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous. It's just, I cannot wait to use these lads in the Champions League final. Bring it on. Boca Juniors versus Newcastle United in the A to Z rebuild challenge. But here we go off to Schalke for the Champions League final. And the answer to the question I'm sure you've all been wondering, Dennis Undav is starting this Champions League final. Llorente, Gordon with an early shot, but a big time block from Lenny Yoro. Langoni through Undav. Undav! Oh, good save. Need to be smart. Hernandez is in pursuit. I'm going to hold it up and go to Medina. Medina's going to put that one in there. We go for the... Oh my God, he hit the crossbar on that. I thought that was going a million miles over. Pepe's audacious attempt hit the crossbar. Bruno puts that one back, stick well cleared away from Lenny Yoro, but that's not a good clearance, but they just put it wide with Llorente. We are so lucky there. Pepe, nice stuff. Come on, Dest. Haven't seen much from him in this game. Oh, he just breaks the ankles there. Undav. Oh, we've got to finish that. Still on though. Langoni pops it up. Oh my God, what a goal, Luca Langoni. Breaking the ankles of the Newcastle defense. It is bobbing and weaving in the air. We control it expertly though to get past the defender and smash Boca into the lead. Like, that touch there was unreal. That second touch to get past Theo Hernandez was cooked. Oh, shot there, thankfully straight at Hermansen. Langoni, the goal scorer, just trying to take it past Ake. No defender there. Araujo now catching up. Gonna hold it up nicely, putting it in. Crossing it in Undav. That was a good effort to even get there. Oh, I had to overcommit there. It was dangerous, but it's worked out well. Sliding it wide beautifully to Pepe. Come on, finish it off. So many defenders. Great ball. Well left. And I fucked the finish. Oh, I did everything except put that in the back of the net. Wow. But it doesn't cost us. The referee blows the full-time whistle, and we have edged out Newcastle in an absolute bone rattler of a Champions League final. When I started this A to Z challenge, I thought this was going to send me into a coma of frustration, but it has ended up being one of the most enjoyable rebuilds I have done all year. And aided by our defensive midfielder, Fernandez, the letter F, he is going to lift the letter CL, the Champions League. Boca Juniors in Belgium have won the Champions League in the A to Z challenge. But lads, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you click here to subscribe and click here to watch another video.